News 18. Meanwhile, the big political story of the day, nearly 4 years after Ajit Pawar's midnight coup, there is now speculation of a possible rift in the NCP again.
जो डिप्टी चीफ मिनिस्टर रह चुका है, अगर उसको सम्मानित नहीं किया जाता है तो उसको अपमानित जब किया जाता है तो वो टाइम वो निर्णय लेने के लिए बाध्य हो जाता है.
माझ्याबद्दल किंवा माझ्या सहकाऱ्यांच्या बद्दल गैरसमज निर्माण करण्याचा काम वास्तविक या ज्या काही बातम्या चाललेल्या आहेत किंवा बातम्या दाखवण्यात येत आहेत त्या बातम्यांमध्ये काही तथ्य नाही.
Well, there's clearly something brewing in Maharashtra. For the last few days, there's been a lot of buzz over leader of the opposition Ajit Pawar joining hands with the BJP along with a bunch of NCP MLAs. Today, Ajit Pawar, though, came out and categorically denied any speculation about his move to the BJP. He said the NCP is family and the party will continue to work under the leadership of Sharad Pawar. Ajit Pawar also took pot shots at Eknath Shinde, who were predicting a second political earthquake in Maharashtra and were ready to welcome Ajit Pawar if he so decided to join the ruling government. So here's how the Pawar games have started in Maharashtra. Rumours started that Ajit Pawar was trying to become Eknath Shinde's successor as the Maharashtra Chief Minister in an alliance with the BJP. There were reports that Ajit Pawar was collecting consent signatures from lawmakers in his party. Sources claim that 40 out of the 53 NCP MLAs had given their consent signatures. Then 2 MLAs from the Ajit Pawar camp had come out openly in support of their leader. Ultimately, Ajit Pawar broke his silence today and said that there is absolutely no truth to these rumours.
माझ्याबद्दल किंवा माझ्या सहकाऱ्यांच्या बद्दल गैरसमज निर्माण करण्याचा काम वास्तविक या ज्या काही बातम्या चाललेल्या आहेत किंवा बातम्या दाखवण्यात येत आहेत त्या बातम्यांमध्ये काही तथ्य नाही.
Can there be smoke without fire? A series of recent developments indicate that the BJP and the NCP have been trying to mend fences. Senior NCP leader and former Union Minister Praful Patel was seen sharing a dais with Devendra Fadnavis in Vidarbha. Later, Sharad Pawar and former State Home Minister Anil Deshmukh of the NCP visited Union Transport Minister Nitin Gadkari in his residence in Nagpur. Differences also emerged within the MVA after Sharad Pawar's remarks on Gautam Adani, in which he opposed the constitution of a JPC. It was followed by Ajit Pawar defending Prime Minister Modi on the degree certificate row. So is there more to it than meets the eye? After all, Ajit Pawar is a man at the heart of the 2019 midnight coup as well. This was on the 22nd of November. At around 8 p.m., NCP, Congress and Shiv Sena held a meeting. 2 hours later, Sharad Pawar announced that Uddhav Thackeray will be Chief Minister. At around 11:50 p.m., Ajit Pawar struck a deal with the BJP. By midnight, Devendra Fadnavis contacted the BJP top brass. The following morning at 5:30, Ajit Pawar and Devendra Fadnavis reached the governor's house. The then Governor Bhagat Singh Koshyari revoked President's rule in Maharashtra, and at 7:50 a.m., Fadnavis was sworn in as the Chief Minister and Ajit Pawar as his deputy. Of course, 80 hours later, Ajit Pawar resigned and returned to the NCP and was forgiven for his transgression. All right, Sanju Verma of the BJP will be joining us. Sanjay Jha, political analyst, Brijmohan Srivastava of the NCP, and Rohan Gupta of the Congress will also be joining us. Sanjay, now that Ajit Pawar has come out and said clearly, categorically, and in public that there is no truth to rumours of him joining hands with the BJP, can we put this story to rest?
Aka, there is only one thing that emerges from the entire drama that we saw today. That is that despite using Operation Lotus to successfully, I would say, kind of bifurcate the Shiv Sena led by Uddhav Thackeray now into 2 units, I think the BJP is recognizing that probably Eknath Shinde doesn't have the kind of electoral clout or political capital to kind of give the BJP the buffer that they were expecting. So clearly they could be on the back foot. And, I live in Mumbai and I'm, pretty much part of Maharashtra. There has been a lot of rumor of late that they are going to try very hard to use all kinds of dirty tricks in their, humongous treasury bag and their investigating agencies bag to try and see if they can, try and possibly even, break the NCP. I wouldn't be surprised if that effort will continue into the clandestine midnight hours. The truth is that Maharashtra politics is extremely fluid. And I can tell you, Zaka, watch for this. Why is the BJP, or rather, why isn't the government announcing the BMC elections, because their apprehension is that Eknath Shinde's highly diminished clout will become apparent, and that will give the Uddhav Shiv Sena the legitimate right to say that we are truly the real Shiv Sena.
Okay, so let me ask Sanju Verma this. Is this whole story getting legs from the fact that the BJP feels not so comfortable with Mr. Shinde, his electoral crowd? As Sanjay asked, why haven't you even called for the BMC elections? It's been a year plus and it's been delayed. If you were so confident about your numbers, you should go back to the people. So is this some kind of an insurance policy, Ajit Pawar?
Let's be very clear, Zaka. You are a seasoned journalist and you will understand that BJP, has seen outside support in 2014 October from the NCP's head honcho Sharad Pawar. Don't forget, in 2014, out of the 288-member Maharashtra Assembly, we were just 22 short of a full-fledged majority. We had secured about 123 seats, and the Shiv Sena then, Uddhav Thackeray Sena, was at 63 and the NCP at 41. What I'm trying to say is, point number one, we had a bad experience with Ajit Pawar, and last year, I remember your colleague Anand Narasimhan did an interview with Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, where Fadnavis to your team, to your channel, is on record saying that हमने एक बार गलती की है, बार-बार वही गलती नहीं दोहराएंगे. We are not going to repeat the same mistake. And the reason I gave you the example of Sharad Pawar extending support in 2014 to the BJP is simply to endorse my case that indeed the BJP has to look at a probable alliance which is not currently in the realm of thinking.
Okay.
Why would it try and ally with Ajit Pawar? Why not with the NCP boss and Sharad Pawar? Because let's be very clear. I mean, it is not lost on anyone that the tallest leader in NCP is Sharad Pawar.
Okay.
And, I think this entire drama, I'll just finish by saying one thing. This entire drama about Eknath Shinde's successor being Ajit Pawar, the BJP scared. Excuse me, 40 out of 55 MLAs of Uddhav Thackeray joined Eknath Shinde, which means 73%. 14 out of Shiv Sena, as in Uddhav Thackeray Sena's 19 MPs, left him and joined, the BJP Shinde alliance, which means again 74% of his MPs. Well,
Okay.
73 to 74% of MLAs and MPs of Uddhav Thackeray faction have deserted him.
No.
You should be worried about
No,
him, not
fair,
about the
fair
BJP.
enough. The stability of the government is fair enough. There's no two ways about it. But ultimately, in a year, you have not just the Lok Sabha elections, you also have the assembly elections, and the electability of these people is a question mark. But let me ask Mr. Srivastav of the NCP. Mr. Brijmohan Srivastav, today, Mr. Ajit Pawar came out and categorically said that, there's no truth to the rumours of him, leaving the NCP and going elsewhere. He said similar things before 22nd of November 2019 also, where no one expected in this midnight coup that he would go and join hands with Devendra Fadnavis and that government would be sworn in the wee hours of the morning and it would last just 3 days. Fact of the matter is that what Mr. Pawar says and what he does have not necessarily matched, at least not in the past.
Raka Saab, I have not seen his statement in 2019 regarding this total matter. Simply, he was gone with the Devendra Fadnavis ji, and he has taken oath. He has not issued any statement whether I am going or whether I am not going. But this time, he declared very, very strongly that it is a total, all are the rumors, and it is not a reality.
So where is this coming from? As I asked Sanju Verma, is it that Mr. Ajit Pawar is BJP's plan B?
मैं बताऊं राका जी, देखिए बात क्या है कि अभी बीजेपी के खिलाफ इस मुल्क में एक बड़ी अजीब सी वातावरण बना है. एक बना है भारतीय जनता पार्टी के वरिष्ठ नेता और पूर्व गवर्नर आदरणीय सत्यपाल मलिक जी के स्टेटमेंट से, जिसमें उन्होंने बहुत स्पष्ट लिखा है कि पुलवामा के मामले में आदरणीय देश के प्रधानमंत्री और आदरणीय गृह मंत्री जी की भूमिका थी, वो इसके लिए जिम्मेदार थे.
उसका और इसका क्या लेना देना है जी? नहीं, उसका और इसका कोई लेना देना नहीं है. कल को कोई और आके नहीं, एक सेकंड सुनिए बात सुनिए. कल को कोई और आके बोल सकता है कि अतीक अहमद को इसलिए मारा गया ताकि अटेंशन डाइवर्ट हो जाए. ऐसे तो किसी भी चीज के साथ आप कनेक्शन करा सकते हैं. नहीं, ये तो
बीजेपी लगातार ये नैरेटिव पैदा करती है.
ये तो बताइए ना कि why are people not saying कि शिंदे छोड़ के चले जाएगा? वो भी नैरेटिव बना सकते हैं. नैरेटिव बनाने के लिए आप जो कुछ भी बोल सकते हैं ना, उसमें क्या है?
14 करोड़ रुपए खर्च करके
No.
महाराष्ट्र सरकार ने
Rohan has been waiting patiently. Rohan first and then Sanju Verma. Rohan, the fact of the matter is that while there may not be legs to the story, Ajit Pawar has now come out and clarified that he's not going anywhere. Mr. Sharad Pawar has been striking a slightly differing tone from the rest of the opposition, whether it's on JPC on Adani, whether it is on the PM educational degree row that some opposition parties had made a big issue. So, Rohan Gupta, what I'm asking is Mr. Pawar on the one hand wanting to shape national unity amongst opposition parties, but at the same time also wanting to sort of strike a discordant note? Rohan, thank you.
Yeah, every party has its own ideology, its own thoughts. So when you are in alliance, there is something called common minimum program. You need not necessarily agree with all the viewpoint or ideology of your partners. At the same time, you work together because you work towards a larger goal, that is to save democracy. Zaka, let me tell you, after the Kasba by-election results in Maharashtra, BJP is badly shattered. They had put their money on Mr. Shinde. And now they realize that ground reality is completely different. They have deferred the BMC elections. They are scared of facing elections in future. So obviously they are trying all their sorts, A, B, C, D, whatever sources through their agencies, election department, anything they will try. They will go to any extent to save their power. And I think they are trying to break MVA. This is not the first time BJP is trying through whatever sources they can. But MVA will be intact. As Mr. Pawar has already told that we are going to be part of this alliance. Mr. Sharad Pawar also told, he told that, I personally don't agree with the JPC, but for the sake of MVA's unity, I am okay with the demand. So, yeah, there are issues which we contradict. But at the end of the day, we know that situation in Maharashtra is completely changing. BJP is scared of it.
Okay,
BJP
so Sanju Verma respond. Rohan saying that, the Kasba bypoll was a wake-up call for the BJP, that the reality on the ground is that the current government, and particularly under Mr. Shinde's leadership, there doesn't seem to be confidence to be able to win back these seats. Kasba, I think, is a seat that you hadn't lost in like 20 or 25 years.
Okay, now let me just say one thing very clearly. If there is any party that needs a wake-up call, it has been in deep slumber since 2014. It is the Congress, which also does not have officially the leader of opposition status. And as for the NCP, let me tell you that barely a week to 10 days back, they lost their status as a national party. And I found very surprising this fact that Rohan Gupta was quick to talk about the BJP's Kasba by-election defeat. So my friend, why don't you also talk about the handsome victory that BJP's Ashwini Jagtap won in Chinchwad? Chinchwad was always considered a Congress NCP bastion, and we went and had a handsome victory in your bastion. So if you talk about Kasba, you must also talk about your stirring loss in Chinchwad. Now, point number 3 and the most important one. I think any election is as good or bad as the people who lead from the front and the Karyakartas who make up the backbone of the organization. And Zaka, it is not lost on anyone that in Maharashtra today, the Congress's Prithviraj Chavan is fighting with Ashok Chavan, Milind Deora versus everyone. Nana Patole is fighting with Bhai Jagtap. Nana Patole is fighting with Ajit Pawar. Ajit Pawar is fighting with Supriya Sule. In fact, I just want to tell a very important statement made by Supriya Sule when she was asked about her views on Ajit Pawar likely going to the BJP and leaving the NCP. She said, as far as I know, currently it is sunny, the weather is fine, but if it is going to rain in the next 15 minutes, I cannot predict that, which means that the NCP does not know what its second in command, Ajit Pawar, is likely to do.
Okay, so let me ask. All right, let me ask Sanjay. Let me ask Sanjay Jha. No, let me ask Sanjay Jha. This whole idea that just because the three opposition parties come together, they'll be able to defeat BJP and Shinde. In UP, for example, in the Lok Sabha election of 2019, SP and BSP came together and they were a formidable political force. And then yet the BJP won 61 out of 80 seats. So the point is, elections have changed in a way that you can't just say that, party A and party B come together, their arithmetic is bigger than party C. It's changed.
No, Zaka, there's a difference here because I think the MVA ran the government. And, even the most bitter critics of Uddhav Thackeray cannot deny giving him the credit. I live here in Mumbai, and we saw some of the most, brutal numbers in terms of the COVID. But the way
under Uddhav Thackeray, you should be ashamed.
One at a time, please. One at a time. So only Sanjay. Yeah, only Sanjay on screen. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Zaka. So end of day, the way Uddhav really led the government to combat COVID was exceptional, extraordinary in my opinion. And I'll make a point here. The Supreme Court's judgment is yet to come on the disqualification cases. Now, there is a side that argues that maybe only 16 MLAs will be, if at all, they get disqualified, it won't destabilize the government. But there is a larger perception battle that the government of Mr. Shinde will not be able to escape. And I think they're very worried because you have an independent Supreme Court and the judgment is awaited.
All right.
Point number three, Maharashtra after Uttar Pradesh remains the most critical Lok Sabha actual bastion with 48 seats. So the BJP is in a bit of a panic mode because this entire Eknath Shinde gambit that they played may just end up boomeranging on them.
Okay, so Brijmohan Srivastava, one of the points that Sanju Verma made was today when Supriya Sule was asked about Ajit Pawar moving to the BJP, she said, I can't predict what's going to happen 15 minutes from now.
No,
I mean,
no,
that is de facto your second most important leader in the party.
Yeah. Can you repeat? Can you show her statement? She has not spoken this thing. She told that I doesn't believe on the gossip and better to ask Dada. Better ask to Dada. It's a right statement. She doesn't believe in the gossip, and when she's saying ask to Dada, as Dada was saying that I'm not leaving NCP, I'm not going away from the NCP. So when he's
is there in every major newspaper and online portal.
Sanju Bahan, can you show her statement?
डिबेट पर पढ़ लिख कर आया कीजिए. डिबेट पर पढ़ लिख कर आया कीजिए. सुप्रिया सुले has given a statement. I challenge you to tell me Supriya Sule has not given that statement.
आप बहन सुन के आया करिए. आप
बिना अखबार पढ़े बैठ जाते हैं. Supriya Sule has said, I do not know what will happen in the next 15 minutes, whether it will rain, but currently the weather is sunny and fine. This is her statement when she was asked whether Ajit Pawar will join hands with Shinde and Fadnavis. This is her exact statement. I'm quoting it ad verbatim.
Okay. Sanjay ji, you made your point. Mr. Srivastava, yeah, close out the debate. 30 seconds. बोलिए.
जी बात गलत नहीं, आप पूरी बात नहीं होने देते. आपने मेरी वॉल्यूम को कम किया. It's not wrong.
नहीं, आप बताइए ना. अभी वॉल्यूम नहीं कम कर रहा हूँ. आप बताइए, क्लोजिंग कमेंट दीजिए.
जब आप बात नहीं सुनना चाहते तो
बोलिए ना सर. सुन रहे हैं, देश सुन रहा है. बोलिए.
संजू बहन झूठ बोल रही है. संजू बहन बदतमीजी से बात कर रही है. उसका आप जवाब नहीं देने दे रहे हैं. उनको अकल का ठेका उनके पास.
तो सुन रहा हूं ना. बोलिए आपको जो बोलना है.
जब बोलना चाहिए उस समय आप रोक देते हैं. आप वॉल्यूम डाउन कर देते हैं.
अरे सर, अभी तो मैं 30 सेकंड से आपसे बोल रहा हूं कि बोलिए. आपका जो पक्ष है वो रखिए.
सारी बातें गलत बोल रही हैं. सुप्रिया सुले जी को गलत ढंग से कोट कर रही हैं. ना उन्होंने सुना है, ना उन्होंने पढ़ा है. जो उनके दिमाग में आता है वो सोचती वही सच है. ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है?
Okay. All right. We'll leave it at that. I'm going to wrap up. Thank you very much to all our guests. Like I said, the story is politically speculative in nature, and I don't think that speculation is going to die down anytime soon, despite the fact that Mr. Ajit Pawar has clarified and said that he's not going anywhere, and all of this stuff about him joining hands with the BJP is stuff that's being speculative in nature.